Did you receive from the Balkans what you expected? Did you get more or less, like altogether, like the whole experience? Are you surprised by some things? Are you let down by some things? Like, what's the in general?
I got more than I expected. There's no question about it. I didn't have so much money when I came here.
Okay.
I had like a few $1,000s. I think I came with like 4 or 5 thousand, and I sort of estimated that was enough to last me 3 months. And because I had never in my life made any money on social media
Yeah.
through sponsorships, it was my job in the army, but they paid me a salary.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know how that worked. I didn't know how much to ask for. I didn't know if anybody was going to want to do it, if there was a market for it, nothing. And so when I showed up, I go, all right, I've got, $5,000. We'll stretch it as far as we can. And when the money runs out, I'll go home and start over again. And what am I going to do? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to insurance. Maybe I'll do something in the army as a civilian or something. And that was my plan. And somehow, a year and a half later, I'm still here. And so I feel very lucky, very blessed to still be here, to keep the dream kind of alive, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was expecting a crazy adventure that a lot was going to go wrong, and I didn't know what was going to go right. And it's funny. I feel like I've ended up being a lot less sort of resilient since I moved here, because early on, especially being fresh out of the army, we trained very often. I was in really good shape and had sort of been through a lot of sort of hardship there. I was prepared for the worst. So everything that kind of went wrong in those first few months, every setback was like, oh, great. This is going to make a great video. Like, this is part of it, Things going badly is, you almost kind of look for it. You look for the next failure or the next trouble. But now that I've been here long enough, when things go wrong, I'm like, I can't handle it.
You have Balkan now, so your temper kind of got
I
worse.
complain, and then I do nothing about it.
And of course, you learn some bad words, curse words, right?
Yes,
yeah.
a few.
A few of them.
A few.
All of them.
A few. But, but I'll tell you what, and this is, once again, it's very American of me. I'm very proud of the curse words here in the Balkans. Everybody asks me about it. In America, we don't curse as much. You see lots of cursing in popular media and things like that. But in everyday life, not so much.
And it's also not that creative as
no, it's not. But here's the thing. When somebody swears in English, that person means it. Like, it's a very strong feeling, and it's
I know what you're trying to say.
Like, I had never heard my father say a curse word. I mean, ever. My dad doesn't curse. He doesn't. I remember one time as a kid, I'm on the couch doing something. I don't know, maybe I was on the laptop or something, and my dad tripped and fell down the stairs, like from the top, and a picture was hanging above the stairs, and it fell off the wall and on top of him, crashed on top of him. He's at the bottom of the stairs, and he goes, doggone it. And it's like, if there was a time to swear, And so if I was in a conversation with my dad and he said a swear word, I would know he meant business, right?
Yeah.
But if you find yourself swearing all the time, as creatively as it may be, you cannot get your points across like someone like my dad could, who's somebody who never swears, If I want to feel that strong emotion from him, he can use his words more carefully. And so maybe they swear a little too much here in the Balkans,
Yeah, but it's like, I think it's more like a figure of speech. It's not really like there are times when you actually mean it, but like we kind of like use the cuss words in our
it's just part of it. But and so that the sort of like, I feel so strongly about this that I am saying a word that I am not allowed to say, right? But there's no word that you're not allowed to say in Croatia. You can say anything you want.
Yeah.
Whether a business meeting or in front of your mother will swear at you, you know? And that's something I get in a conversation about swearing, and people are always saying that people's mothers going "pičku mater," to them.
Like, I don't actually I don't even hear it anymore.
Yeah,
it's like so common every day that I don't even like recognize.
Yeah. And it is funny, like I'll hear my girlfriend talking on the phone to her parents, and she's like swearing, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, even as an adult, like I might get hit by one of my parents if I was swearing.
Yeah.
They'd punch me through the phone.
My parents would worry if I don't swear.
Yeah. But that's that cultural difference.
Yeah.
But it's like, and that's another thing. Like, you listen to I'm in the supermarket. They've got the radio playing, and they've got some word in there, and they're saying the F word, and they're swearing and whatever. And I'm like, there are kids here. Like, you gotta be saying that, as opposed to all of our songs on the radio are censored.
Yeah.
And it makes some rap songs unlistenable. They play some rap songs on the radio, and there's so many bleeps and parts cut out that it's like,
a lot of
give me a break.
Blanks, just silence.
Yeah, it's like, wow. But the idea of playing music anywhere, in any setting, with swear words in public, no.
Really?
No. And maybe if you're in the hood or something, but it's that's not socially acceptable, right? At all. So it's like if you're listening to music with cussing, with swear words or whatever, that's for your headphones or for your car or for your house, not in any public place.
Well, I get it.
But that's one of those things where, and there's lots. Everybody swears sometimes, but in America, despite not being very creative, the swear words are much more potent.
Yeah.
So that's something we have there. But it's really funny that it's even English swear words, you don't censor. I was acting on a television series in Serbia.
Okay.
I just got back from Belgrade now. I was there because I was on this television series, which is funded by the government, right?
Yeah.
And
can you say the name of it?
Well, it's kind of through a long sort of chain, but in the end, public funds go towards it. This series is called a Hotel, 3-star hotel, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to be a guest at this hotel.
Okay.
And there's a lot of swearing in the script, in English and in Serbian. And I was like, this is daytime television. Anybody could be watching. But the idea that it's that children would be watching something with swear words in it. There's this new movie that came out with, is it called Red One? With The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Chris Evans.
the Christmas
one, right? And it's this is supposed to be
what's his name? Captain America.
Chris Evans. Yeah. And I did a commercial for them to promote the movie, to promote people to go see it. And I was looking at the reviews, and one thing that kept coming up is this is not a family movie. They say the F word in this movie, and it's there are kids watching this film. And it's here in the Balkans, they'd laugh. What do you mean?